What's going on, guys? Sean here, coming at y'all with a quick little video. I know it's been a little while, but we're back, so we're not going to harp on that too much. First, we're going to talk about the Eagles. Even though there's nothing to talk about, I haven't put out a video in forever, so there's actually a lot for me to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about the 76ers, and we're going to talk a little bit about the channel, all right? First things first, if you guys are new, hit the like button, please subscribe. Most of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. To the family and friends that are still following my channel to this day, after the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Please just drop a like, comment, whatever. Just help me with the algorithm. We're really going to try and make a big push this time around. I know I say that every time, but going into this year, there's going to be a lot more going on. So again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. Let's get into the video. First things first, I want to go over the 76ers just real quick. There's less to talk about there, for me anyway. So I kind of want to cover that real fast before I go into anything Eagles related. The first couple things with the 76ers. So drafting VJ Edgecombe over Ace Bailey was a big surprise. And, Ace Bailey looks exactly like a lot of people thought he was going to look. A little bit of rust, a little bit of a development project, but a bucket, a bucket and a dog on the defensive side. I really think, Ace Bailey, I think his camp got him kind of represented in a negative light, and I don't think he's that guy. I kind of feel bad for him at the same time. I wish he had just come to the 76ers, I just don't think he understood the plan, or his camp understood the plan, Yes, your first 2 years, you're probably not going to get a lot of important minutes. You're probably not going to have the ball in your hand in clutch situations because you have a Joel Embiid, a Paul George, a Tyrese Maxey. But in that same breath, in about 2 years, he would have had, Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain, Quentin Grimes, and him. And there's no clear-cut number one there. I love Tyrese Maxey to death. But if a high draft pick turns into a better player than Tyrese Maxey, then Tyrese Maxey is still going to be the number 2 on this team. Obviously, if Maxey continue taking leaps, he can be a number 1 on this team, but it's going to take him improving his defense a little bit more, his shot IQ a little bit more, and just more getting used to being that guy in the moment, which we've seen glimpses of here and there, but, since he's been here with Joel Embiid, he hasn't really had to be that guy too much. So, I do like VJ Edgecombe. I like his attack. I like his tenacity. His field goal percentage is a little spotty. His 3-point percentage is a little spotty. But, don't just look at the stats and go, oh, what did he shoot from 3? Watch the games. Watch him play. I had a lot of questions early on about, is he even worthy to be in the top 5? You've seen Trey Mann and, I think that's his name, and Knipple and a couple of these other guys that, they're shooters, and they really, yes, they're high-level role players unless they develop a superstar ability. But, did VJ Edgecombe really deserve a top 5 spot? Well, we're seeing now that, yes, he absolutely did. He's getting better every time we see him on the floor, and I just believe he's going to be very Maxey-like in terms of he's just going to get better every year because of his work ethic. I think you're only going to see VJ Edgecombe get better. As far as this team is concerned and, moving forward this year, I have all the excitement in the world for Philadelphia, even with the Paul George news recently that, he injured his knee at practice and he's going through a surgery. Even with the fact that Joel Embiid hasn't showed up for on-court workouts, I'm not worried because I seen a young nucleus last year that didn't win a lot of games, but, you add Maxey to that, you add McCain to that, you bring back Grimes, with a couple of these power forwards and two-way deals we've sent out, we have a real chance to make some noise next year just with that alone. The East is wide open. It's not going to be as hard to win the East next year as it was this year. So I'm excited for the 76ers. I think they have a real chance, and I think they're going to look good this year, especially some of our young guys. But that's pretty much it for that. So moving on to the Eagles. Obviously, the Eagles win a Super Bowl. Obviously, the Eagles have an amazing free agency and an amazing draft. Getting the best middle linebacker on the board, period, at the pick that you got him at. I'm still not sure how they pulled that off. I'm still not sure how the rest of the league let us pull that off. It seems like these past couple years, and I know it's easier once you have talent to add to the talent, but it seems like these last couple years, every time we have a weakness, Howie turns it into a strength, and then he drafts someone at that position in the first 2 rounds, which has really turned our team into a deep powerhouse, for lack of a better word. It's early in the morning. I can't really think of a bunch of exciting words right now, but, Howie has done something with these Eagles, and, I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I don't really have a script. I didn't really have a plan on what I wanted to talk about, but I had something that I really wanted to say, and that's what made me turn the camera on for this video. I see a lot of people who are like, the Eagles are going to take a step back. Are they going to be as good next year? They lost Josh Sweat and Milton Williams, and they lost the right guard, and, just can they be as good next year as they were this year? And my answer is no, because they're going to be better. A lot better. I mean, yeah, do you have questions? Absolutely. Did we have questions last year? Yeah. Do you remember what we looked like when we were 2-2? When nobody thought we had a chance? There was nobody picking us to win the Super Bowl when we were coming out of our bye week. I think this year we start faster. I think this year you see a different team right out the gate, a team that knows what they want to do. Our offensive coordinator hiring was sneaky good because nobody knows who he is, but he's been here all along. He's been right here with the Eagles all along. He's been picking Kellen Moore's brain, Steichen's brain, everybody. He's been building off of everything that's been brought to the team for this moment. So I don't think there's any chance in hell that we take a step back. I think we move forward. I think Nick grew a lot last year. Jalen grew a lot last year. Saquon was Saquon. AJ, Devontae. I think Dotson is better this year. I think the other young receivers are going to be better this year. I think Goddard bounces back. I think he has a possibility of being healthy all year. If he's healthy all year, he's a 1,000-yard tight end. I don't think we step back. You can say what you want about not having Slay and what are we going to do at safety. I'm not worried about it. Vic Fangio, after the showing last year of how he handled things with this team, I don't think there's any way that any Eagles fan can question Vic anymore. He has what he needs, and if he needs more, he's going to have Howie go get it. Pure and simple. But that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to tell y'all that the Eagles are going back-to-back. That's pretty much the long and short of this. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. If this video does well, we're coming back full force. If it gets 0 views, then I guess you guys are just tired of seeing my face, and we might take the channel in a different direction. Just let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want. I love y'all. Thank you. Appreciate you. Fly, Eagles, fly.